In this episode of Itni Starry Baatein, I have someone who I had a crush on when I was a kid. Here we welcome Sonali Bendre. We are at your favorite place.
Yes.
Mizu! After how long are you eating?
I think 18 hours.
When did you start this intermittent fasting? And why?
Well, actually, my doctor put me onto it in New York while I was going through my treatment. So, in my panel of doctors, I had a naturopath. And I used to eat every 2 hours. The only gap between my food was probably 6 hours, which I slept. So he said, and I was like, what are you saying? You want me to go through, I'm going to go through chemotherapy and you want me to change my life. What are you saying? How am I going to do this? He said, 12 hours from today, you will do. And I want you to go up to 14 and 16.
What is the craziest diet that you have ever done?
I've never dieted. In fact, the craziest diet has been to put on weight. When I came into films, I was too thin.
Oh,
So the whole idea was to feed me so that I would put on weight.
and who told you this?
The producers.
So much of pressure, no?
Yeah.
Even,
I loved it also. What is it?
oh my god.
Yeah, please pour.
Oh my god.
Oh, so beautiful.
Oh my goodness, it's so gorgeous.
This is my favorite.
Tell me, how liberating do you feel as an actor working in OTT? And how different is it for you?
It is liberating, no doubt about it. Couple of things I think was a conscious choice. So the script that I selected, I was very sure I wanted to play my age. The moment it's age, the impression is that you're not good looking. And I think every age has its beauty. I feel I'm looking my best. My idea of beauty, and which my illness has also made me realize with everything that I went through, that I love the imperfect beauty. And so I wanted to come back. I mean, you come back because then it's about the looks and then, you're airbrushing everything. I didn't want that. But if you're not airbrushing it, doesn't mean that you look bad. And I think I'm looking quite good in a very different way in the show. So there is the glamour, and it's not your typical glamour, but you can be glamorous just by being yourself. Also, so that I would send out a message that I want to work, I want to do different roles, but these are the parameters. I'm done with what I'm done. And I'm not living in the past. I have no regrets with it. I'm done with it. I want to move on. So yeah, that was what it was.
So, tell me, what are the kind of roles that were coming to you that you had to say no to? Like I'm done with it. I don't want to do this. Any item numbers or maybe, some stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah? And you had to just say, sorry, not happening.
It's about the looks and about how glamorous you are.
People mostly don't know that you have a book club.
Yep.
Where does it start from?
So I was not on the social media for the longest time. Not comfortable about it. There were so many fake accounts and the team was like, listen, you need to be on the social media. We can't keep refuting things and all that. So I needed to get onto it and have that blue tick, basically. It started with that. But when I got onto it, I realized that I could have a voice of my own. And the reach was amazing. And I think starting a book club was the positive way of using the social media space. And I think we have a wonderful community. That community saw me through my illness also. It was so amazing that I had that community. And then it was more like, what is the next book we're putting? Are we having the conversation? Which meant I would have to read the book to have the conversation. So it kept me going.
There's something to look
choices of
forward
book.
to do. I'll tell you, when you were going through your illness, you made it look like cakewalk.
Did
on
I?
social media. Yeah.
But it's not one.
Yeah.
And I'm
Happy
sorry if I
positive
said gave that thing impression
No.
because I didn't want to lie. I wanted to be real. I wanted to tell the truth, but I did not want to be whiny about it.
Yeah.
So that was the balance that I was trying to strike. And so, no, it was not a cakewalk. Chemotherapy is hard. It's very hard. Okay? Let's not even hard. It's very, very hard. And my veins are shot because of that. I took it in the veins. I didn't take it in a pot. Because then, the recovery from the pot and the, if there's infection or not and all of that, it just goes into a zone. So My doctors were like, you're young, you'll recover. I mean, I have bad days till today where the veins are concerned.
It was a physical sickness, but mental health is something that suffers a lot when you're physically sick.
Yeah.
How do you take care of that?
See, where mental health is concerned, no, it's a sneaky thing. Because you think you can deal with it. And you think it's not happening to you. But it is happening. The thing is to identify it and to seek help. And I took help. And more than me also, you know, the primary caregivers need counseling very desperately also. So to identifying that, accepting the fact that, you know, you are going to need it is a very big thing. While I was there, a very dear friend's father had come in there also. And we lost him also in that period, around that time.
Must be very traumatic.
So, you know, in that period, there were 4 or 5 people who were going through the same sort of a thing and they didn't make it. I did. So, yeah, it was not a good space. It was very hard and COVID was in full bloom at that point of time and I went into therapy.
That's the best thing that you have done.
I just went into therapy. I would not have been able to deal with it without it. I could see the sinking and I just said I need help.
When you were back in Bombay and you decided it's time to get back to work, how did work come to you, or you called up people and said, bring it on?
But I think that's what social media is so wonderful for. First of all, you're doing, you know, when you're putting out how you're feeling, your process of recovery, what you're looking like, and then people call up and say that, oh my God, you're looking so good, you should get back. Yes, please give me work. There you are.
You know, I heard in an interview you said AC and BC.
Yes.
Right?
Before cancer and after cancer.
What have you learned from this? You said you have to take back a lesson always from life.
Absolutely. So I would say the lesson would be that now I'm sitting here, I'm looking at a beautiful face, enjoying this smile, enjoying this food. Before cancer, I would probably be saying that, okay, but you know, after this I have to do that and I really don't care what I have to do next.
Live in the moment. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
What has been the biggest pressure that you have gone through when you were working as a young girl in the industry?
Dancing. Dancing was a big pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done 2 world tours and after that I've just said no to, after a certain point where it was the desperation because it was not so bad. I needed the money at one point when I started. When it reached a point where I was slightly comfortable, I started saying no to those things that I was not comfortable with. And dancing was something that gave me palpitations.
You're so good at it.
You know, I'm not a trained dancer. And I just hide it. And that means a lot of stress. So yeah, I don't want that stress.
I'm going to just name few songs and you tell me any anecdote from that song while you were shooting it, okay? Humma, humma.
We shot the whole song in 1 take. And we did multiple takes of that. Really long takes, which I had never done.
So the whole song in 1 take?
Nearly the whole song used to be. There were huge chunks. And then when you see the edit, I was like, why were we struggling so much? But that's the way it was.
इस दीवाने लड़के को कोई समझाए.
Sarfarosh.
Yes. How was it working with Aamir?
It was good. I think I learnt a lot, and I really wish that today I could. I didn't really understand how much I was gaining. You know, there was so much that came from working with him, the way he worked, the way he thinks. I think I was still pretty naive. I wish I could have been a little more aware, and I wish I could have paid more attention. I do feel that.
Tell me, in the recent times, the actors, who are you looking forward to work with? Actors, I mean male and female.
Like, I was really looking forward to working with Jaideep and Shriya.
Oh, Jaideep is such a...
Exactly. What an amazing actor. What an amazing actor. Oh my God.
Have you seen his work before?
You know, bits of it, because it's very dark work also.
Oh, you don't like?
For me, that it's still a borderline, you know. You slip off very fast. So anything that's not going to keep me on an even keel, I kind of avoid.
Yeah.
But what an actor.
Yeah.
So definitely that. And I think there are a lot of new actors that I am interested in working with, because you know, the rhythm is different, the way they work is different, the dialogue delivery is so fun and, you know, real. It's just an exciting period.
Thank you so much. Okay, guys, you guys go. We are not going anywhere because we have to have more food, right?
Yeah.